all 11th standard guys. Soon you will be going into the 12th standard in a couple of weeks. So today is an important day because I am starting with 12th standard online classes on YouTube. There is online lectures. But today I will be starting with the 12th standard M2 first chapter, derivatives. Okay. So ये जो पहला चैप्टर है M2 में derivatives है. We have seen the meaning of derivatives in the 11th standard. कौन से फॉर्मूले यूज करने हैं क्या है, लेकिन एक्चुअल 12th स्टैंडर्ड का बिगिनिंग क्या है वो आज देखेंगे. ऑफलाइन क्लासेस as I have told will begin from 28th April or 24th April. Mostly 28th April से चालू होने वाले. But I have decided to start with online classes on my YouTube channel so that you can start preparing. So when you actually come for the offline classes, थोड़ी चीज simple हो जाएगी, right? So start करते हैं with all enthusiasm, vigor, and in a relaxed manner. Study well, enjoy the concept. लेकिन बाद में लिखो. Okay. देखेंगे अभी. We'll start. Derivative of composite functions यानी क्या? And just see the meaning of composite functions, which we have seen once in the 11th. ये function देखो, y is equal to sin x. It is called as trigonometric function. Simple. Y is equal to sin x, y is equal to cos x. सिर्फ x है यहाँ. But if you replace x by something else, that is log x, or something else also, root x. So when you replace this x by some other function, how do you read the function? Y is equal to sin of log x. Sin into log x नहीं है. यहाँ कैसे sin of x है, यहाँ पे sin of log x. So it becomes function of a function which we have seen and discussed earlier. It's called as a composite. Composite and a combination, दोनों का mixture. So here it is composite of sin and log. So sin of log x is one example of a composite function. अभी यही function को if you replace x by something else now, sin log ऐसे ही रखते हैं. देखो, replace x by something else, it becomes root x. So what do you get? How do you read sin of log of root x? Function of a function of a function. Sometimes three functions are there, combination. So this is called as composite of three functions: sin, log, and algebraic function. Algebraic यानी root, square root, x squared, x raised to 3. Algebraic function. So it is a combination of sin, log, and algebraic function. It is called as a composite function. Clear? So sometimes composite function can be a combination of 2, can be a combination of 3, or more also. और एक example है. Y is equal to, अभी बाहर मैंने log लिया है. Log of cos of root x. तो यहाँ पे कॉम्बो का क्या हो गया? log cos root. Composite function. Log of cos of root x. Composite function. Okay. So all these are composite functions. Now how to find the derivative? ये functions के derivative कैसे find? This is the base of 12th standard. पहला chapter का base. Derivative. How to find the derivative of each composite function? उसको पहले rule देखेंगे. To find d by dx of a composite function, we start with the outermost or main function and go on finding the derivative till you reach the innermost function by forming a chain. Hence it is also called as chain rule. देखेंगे एक्चुअल क्या होता है. अभी जो बेसिक फॉर्मूले यूज करने हैं, आई हैव टेकन ओनली 4 or 5 फॉर्मूले फॉर डेरिवेटिव्स which we are going to use today first and which you have learned in the 11th standard. देखो, d by dx of sin x is cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. Derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. d by dx of x is 1, our favorite formula. d by dx of x raised to n, n x raised to n minus 1. यानी इसका क्या मीनिंग है? Supposing if you get x raised to 5, so n comes in front, यहाँ पे 5 comes in front, 5 comes in front, x raised to 5 minus 1. Okay, so 5 minus 1 is 4. 5x raised to 4. So derivative of x raised to 5 is 5x raised to 4. Clear? ये भी most often use करने वाले derivatives. Clear? Okay, now based on these 11th standard formulae, let us see how to solve derivatives of composite functions. Let's start with this first, basic function. डेरिवेटिव कैसे लेते हैं? दोनों तरफ d by dx, d by dx of y, d by dx of sin x, cos x. Yeah. Now let us go to the first composite function. Y is equal to sine of log x. Let us see how to take the derivative according to what we have written. Differentiate with respect to x. Same rule. d by dx of y is equal to d by dx of RHS. Now let us follow the chain rule. dy by dx. What does the chain rule say? Derivative लेते समय take the derivative of the outer main function. Not necessarily outer is the main function, but in most cases sine of log x पे outer function is sine. So take the derivative of sine. What is the derivative of sine? Cos. Derivative of sine x is cos x. So what will be the derivative of sine of log x? It will be cos of log x. Just take the derivative of sine. सामने क्या है बंद करो. Derivative of sin x is cos x. So derivative of sine of log x will be cos of log x. Don't write cos x here. Right? Derivative of sine is cos. But in place of x we have got log x. So it is cos of log x. Clear? So derivative of the outer function is over. अभी चेन कैसे फॉर्म करने हैं? Into. Go to the inner function. We have written down. We start with the outermost or main function. Sine से start किया है. And go on finding the derivative till you reach the innermost function. So sine का derivative हो गया अभी अंदर का फंक्शन log x है, उसका भी डेरिवेटिव लेना है, d by dx ऑफ log x. क्लियर? सो यहाँ पे एक चेन तैयार हुई, cos of log x into d by dx of log x. Because a sort of chain is formed, multiplication chain, it is called as chain rule. To find the derivative of composite function is also called as chain rule. Cos of log x I am writing as it is. D by dx of log x formula. Chain form करने के बाद just go on using the various formulae. D by dx of log x is 1 upon x. That's our answer. Finished. Which you can write in a proper way. So I'll write the answer as cos of log x upon x into 1 नहीं लिखता upon x. That is the answer. Simple है ना? Start with the outermost function. Go on finding the derivative of the innermost functions, right? Okay. अभी ये हो, these two are over. Let us find the derivative of composite of three functions. Y is equal to sine of log of root x. Once you get used to it, forming a chain, it becomes quite interesting. कितनी लंबी चेन है देखो. अभी यहाँ पे one more link will be added to that chain, and then just use the formula. Okay. तो पहला क्या है? D by dx on both sides. Differentiate with respect to x means derivative. So d by dx of sine of log so d by dx of sine of log of root x, composite function. Let us see. ओके अभी मैं आउटर मोस्ट फंक्शन पहले मार्क कर देता हूं. साइन, टेक द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ साइन. अंदर बंद कर दो. साइन के सामने देखो मत अभी. व्हाट इज द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ साइन कॉस? उतना ही याद रखो और उतना ही लिखो. d by dx of sine is cos. समझ में आया? डेरिवेटिव ऑफ साइन इज कॉस. लॉग ऑफ रूट एक्स वाई साइन, एज यू हैव सीन ओवर हियर. derivative of sine is cos. X will remain x. In the same way, derivative of d by dx of sine is cos. Okay? Log of root x remains as it is. तो यहाँ पे डेरिवेटिव ऑफ साइन लिया है ओनली. As soon as you take the derivative of the outer function, we have to form a chain. तो चेन आगे लिखनी है. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ साइन हो गया. व्हाट रिमेन्स? लॉग ऑफ रूट एक्स रिमेन्स. You have to take the derivative of that. D by dx of log of root x. So I am going inside now. ये लिखने के बाद stop here. Take the derivative of this and then go to the innermost function. यहाँ पे मत लिखो into d by dx of root x, वो बाद में लिखेंगे लास्ट में. So after finding the derivative of sin as cos, d by dx of अंदर क्या है? Log of root x. Let us take the derivative of that now. Right? D by dx means you have to use this formula, basic formula. Derivative of log. Basic formula देखो. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So d by dx of log means 1 upon. D by dx of log means 1 upon. यहाँ पे x है इसलिए 1 upon x लिया. यहाँ पे root x है इसलिए I'm going to write 1 upon root x. Simple. Wherever you get log, its derivative is 1 upon. Right? So derivative of log is over. I can show it here. Now the innermost function, remember we have three functions now. Innermost function is root x into d by dx of root x. That's the end of the chain. So how did we start? Derivative of d by dx of sin लिया, cos of जो कुछ अंदर है, into d by dx of log. चेन की फर्स्ट स्टेप हो गई. Then derivative of log लिया 1 upon root x. After taking the derivative लेने के बाद d by dx of innermost function root x. तो यहाँ पे चेन खत्म हो गई है. अभी लास्ट स्टेप में क्या करना है? Just find the derivative of root x. That's all. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में करेंगे. यहाँ पे देखो cos of log of root x. Into 1 upon root x we already have got. D by dx means we have to use the basic formula. D by dx of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. So let us write this properly. into 1 नहीं लिखते हैं. You can write it as upon. Do it orally. You don't have to find the LCM here. It is multiplication sign. just multiply the denominators. See, root x into root x, root x into root x is x. That is the answer. This is how you use chain rule. एक बार आदत हो जाए and it becomes very interesting. You will start loving it. So this is called a chain rule. Derivative of sine, then derivative of log, then derivative of root x. अंदर तक जाना है. That is called as derivative of composite functions. We'll take one more sum for today. ये तीनों बाहर के textbook के. The third one was asked for one CET exam. Let us try that. लिख लो. Y is equal to, now the outermost function is log. See, ये formula basically ऐसे लिखे हैं because based on this we are using chain rule, right? So I'm not rubbing this. Derivative स्टार्ट करो. इसमें कुछ ज्यादा थिंकिंग प्रोसेस नहीं है. जस्ट स्टार्ट विद द आउटर फंक्शन. लॉग इज द आउटर फंक्शन. दिस इज फॉर सीईटी का था. चलो आउटर फंक्शन इज लॉग. सामने क्या है अभी मत देखो. What is the derivative of log x? 1 upon x. log के सामने x है इसलिए 1 upon x. So derivative of this log will be 1 upon x नहीं रहेंगे दोस्तों. x नहीं रहेगा. क्या रहेगा? जो कुछ सामने है cos of root x. वापस देखो. Derivative of log x 1 upon x. So derivative of this log will be 1 upon cos of root x. Okay. Now let us start. Now when I've taken the derivative of d by dx of log, don't write d by dx here. Log का derivative 1 upon लिखा है. So this d by dx goes. Now it should be taken inside. अंदर का फंक्शन क्या बाकी है? cos of root x का भी डेरिवेटिव लेना है. This is the first link of the chain. As soon as you write d by dx, take the derivative. ले लो next step में. d by dx of cos of root x is also a composite function. Remember friends, because it is not cos x. X के जगह if something else is there, then it becomes a composite function. So d by dx of cos of root x, take the derivative of cos. सामने क्या है मत देखो अभी. सिर्फ डेरिवेटिव ऑफ cos देखो. Okay. d by dx of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So derivative of cos is minus sin. लेकिन x नहीं रहेगा, root x. So when finding the derivative of cos of root x, just take the derivative of cos as minus sin and you have to write root x according to this formula. So derivative of log is over, derivative of cos is over, d by dx of cos हो गया, अभी d by dx अंदर ले लो, innermost function, d by dx of root x. फिर d by dx शिफ्ट हो जाएगा अंदर तक, चेन रूल. I can rub this off now. Okay. See how I am writing this. 1 into minus sin root x is minus sin root x. Cos of root x ऐसा ही है. d by dx of root x फॉर्मूला अभी रख किया मैंने. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ रूट x 1/2 root x. You cannot multiply this root x into root x as we did in the earlier case because this root x is an angle and this cannot be multiplied. Okay. But this option was not given in the CET. Some other option was given. तो कैसे कन्वर्ट करोगे? यहाँ पे भी ज्यादा थिंकिंग प्रोसेस नहीं है, जस्ट बेसिक लॉजिक. If the angles are same, then sin upon cos, sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So your final answer is sin upon cos is tan of root x, minus sin is there upon 2 root x. You cannot cancel this root x and root x also, although it is 2 into root x, but this is an angle. This option was given for CET. So today, this is enough. We have seen the derivative of composite function. Composite function क्या है? ये 3 problems solve करो. ज़्यादा नहीं, 15-20 minutes के बाद. Video itself is of 20, maximum 25 minutes. कल का जरा लेंगे था 35 minutes. That's not too big. You have to get used to this because it is your 12th standard now. So basic concepts देखो. Offline तो सीखने वाले ही है, but this online series will continue. Advantage ऐसा है कि जिसका मिस हो गया, you can always refer to this from my channel and learn it. Okay. So please tell your friends that we have started with 12th online derivatives today on the channel. You can subscribe and see the videos. Okay, so that will be all for today. Practice karo. I hope everyone's exam is over. Even if it is not over, it will get over in 2-3 days time. In your spare time, just enjoy the video and practice. That's all. Don't take too much attention of well. कोई जरूरत नहीं. Okay. See you in another 2 days time with actual exercise 1.1 from derivatives 12th. Bye.